How is your night going? Welcome. As per usual, if you're new here, perhaps go to another video of mine and peruse through some of those. If you're looking for some learnings. Whoa, it's so windy out here. Yeah, that's better. But if you want to stick around, we'll see what happens. I haven't had very many subjects to talk about lately. Been into that spring cleaning mode. It's weird. A couple days ago, I cleaned my house up, and for the past 2 days, it's been raining, so I did like more fine-tuned cleaning. It's kind of like a feng shui, if you will. As you clean your outside environment, you also clean your internal environment. Let's see if my headphones are on or off. Let me see here. 1 second. There we go. And so I haven't really, I haven't been stumbling across any Instagram posts or any news on the media or anything. It's just the redundancy of things. So I was getting tired of the redundancy of listening to this, the standard, whatever they're jawing and chirping about. And I've been a lot more comfortable. Changed a few of my habits. And habits, for most people, when they want to get rid of a habit, they try to get rid of something. It's easiest to replace a habit. You don't just get rid of something. You put something in its place. Sometimes in its place you put emptiness, but most people have a difficult time of opening space up. If they're used to a lot of things and they have less things, it's kind of like living in complete order or in chaos in a confined or broad spectrum space. It's a country mouse, city mouse kind of thing. I kind of fluctuate through the whole gambit of things all the time, so I just have different types of energies at different times. So most people they kind of like they like what they like. My likes tend to change the seasons. And my favorite thing in the world is wobbly tables. In fact, no, it's not my favorite thing. It's my least favorite thing. If you go to a restaurant and you get that table, it's wobbly, you just go, ah. But I'm outside right now, so I don't really have a lot of control over the ground right now because it's there's pavers, brick pavers. So getting the table to be stable. I don't have any napkins to put underneath there. And it's been wet out. It's been very rainy, dreary, drizzly, which I like sometimes. But day in and day out. Luckily tomorrow it's gonna be sunny all day, and then for like 3 or 4 days it's gonna be sunny, which would be great. Because then I can get out and play with the ducks. Yeah, every time I pick this up, the table goes that way. I'm trying to find a good balance here, so sorry about this. I was supposed to get a couple items from Amazon today, and I don't know. Apparently, UPS and FedEx and the Postal Service, they don't really give very many shits anymore about when they deliver packages. Before Amazon, 2 days it was there. Even sometimes you get in a day. Now it's like, we get it there, we get it there. was supposed to get 3 things today. One got stuck in transit. Okay. Another one said they delivered, but they didn't deliver it. Another one said they tried to deliver it, but they could not. Which is it couldn't possibly happen. I live in a building where it's huge. There's a mail room. There's someone that sits there and catch it. Like, you can't. If UPS or FedEx, they're supposed to come to your door first. And if you're not home, then they bring it to the mail room. Well, I was at my apartment, so they definitely didn't come to my door. So I went down to check. And it said, oh, we had attempted to deliver, but we couldn't find a secure place to put your package. Which is, just couldn't happen. It would be either in front of my door, which I was there, or it would be in the mailroom, because there's somebody that works literally at the mailroom. Yeah, so I did not get my packages today, which included a tripod for this phone, so I didn't have to do all of this. I'm going to set my phone up a little differently. There we go. Anyways, so there's my there's my day so far. But anyways, I was cleaning my house again. I got into like micro cleaning. So, you kind of organize your house, you do like the major things, and then all of a sudden you're like, I was like, oh, there's a couple of drawers that I have some things that I was like, let me go through these smaller things and organize this. It's like things that I probably wouldn't have done, but I was like, I guess I'll be inside today. I guess I'll do this. And so I've spent the past few days just organizing, cleaning my apartment. And it's pretty awesome. Super cozy. And I found some new lighting. So I have some new lights for my house, which is awesome. And I was hoping to put up my bookshelves today, because that's what I'd ordered, bookshelves. And thank you for whoever has donated to me to get me some bookshelves, because that will earn you guys readings. So I don't have to go to my closet and search through all of my boxes in my closet. It'll be on my shelf. I was going to pull out a book and read tonight, but alas, I do not have my bookshelves out, because I don't have them. Hopefully tomorrow, though, because they deliver 7 days a week here. Hopefully tomorrow will be the day. Which would be a little troubling, because tomorrow it's going to be sunny and I want to go outside and play with my ducks. What's up, Divine? Oh, you got lemon trees? Nice. Where did you get them from? Did you get them from Florida? Did you get pre-started ones? Because if you don't know, you can get the citrus trees that they graft, like lemons, oranges, grapefruits onto one thing. And those are pretty awesome. And then you can get them started like 2-year, 3-year, or 5-year. Yeah, those are pretty awesome. I suppose I would get one. I'd probably just have to. I could probably put it out back here. I don't think anybody would really care. Fruit trees are awesome, but also there's fruit trees in the city, so I could just, if I really wanted fruit, I could just walk around and find somebody with a fruit tree. But yeah. You'll have fruit this year. Good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to springtime very much. Spring and summer this year. Because last year it was stole from us all. Especially where it's hot. Like, this year, no, you cannot. I want my summer back. I need my melanin. I need my sunshine. Oh, they live. Yeah, that's right. You got a greenhouse. Yeah, I really want to. I wish I had enough space where I could make a greenhouse, except it wouldn't be green. It would be. It would be all different colors of panels. Basically, the whole thing would be just multiple colors. Very, very interesting greenhouse. That is one of my dreams. Even though I've never had a dream of it, I've seen one, and it looks pretty awesome. It wasn't for a greenhouse; it was just for people to go in and dance, and like do, just film All sorts of cool artwork in there. That'd be pretty dope set up like that. Like a solarium. Anyway. So what's up? What else up in here? What do you guys want to get into? Talk about water. The murky, muddy, moorish Marshmallow lands, the marshes and the moors. Years and years ago, I did a whole video on the connection between the marshes, the moors, like the Moorish people, and the moors, and brick walls, and there's a big connection to all these things. And I have to find the video for you guys. And swamplands too. What's up, J. Victor? What are you doing? See, I'm just rocking outside. I'm in a. It was raining a little bit, but I'm in a gazebo, so it's not getting too wet here. Oh, they're having a party up in here. There's a pool here, and then there's like a room right there with a pool table and a TV and a bunch of couches and a kitchen and shit. Somebody's having a party. I wish I had the motivation to go participate, but just been lazy. I think lazy days of oh no, once I start cleaning, kind of get into like clean, focus, and then nap mode. No shit. Interesting. Don't want to talk about urine therapy, huh? I just don't call it therapy anymore, I think. Just call it what it is. Piss drinkers. You filthy, disgusting piss drinkers, you. And that's something during the springtime that will. During the winter, I don't drink piss too much because it's too much energy. It's too cold. Like I like to be outside, and it's gonna keep me awake anyways. Yes, I have J. Victor. I don't know him that well, but I know the name. Usually, people that have more than 80,000 subs, I really don't. I was just watching Russell Brand and Jordan Peterson. That was a really interesting talk. I've been listening to a lot of music recently, like all day, just hours and hours and hours of all sorts of different music. And then listening to, and then just see what pops up, like talks that people have. Try to find little new niches, little niches. What's up, Reza? Reza, I believe so. See, we were talking about this the other day. The stuff on the bottom, there's two schools of thought. I don't know. Most people say it is basically monoatomic, and it's basically like monoatomic gold, monoatomic. It's like DMT. I don't know. I've never collected it and seen what it does. Other people just say that's excess sediment, because no matter what, I mean, sediment's gonna come through your urinary tract anyways. It's not gonna kill you to re-ingest it, but so other people say that's the good stuff. I don't know. I'll have to try it out. I have a bunch. I haven't really gotten into my aged urine recently. But during the spring, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll just dry some out in the sun to see what happens. Did a bunch of cupping yesterday. That did a toll on me too. It gave me a really interesting bowel movement, like heavy duty poopy. A very marshy, um, like tar, like, you get things moving around your body. You get your sha moving. Your sha is like basically your blood, and get your lymph system moving. It's quite a healthy quite a healthy dookie today. Yesterday I'd done cupping. If you go to my Instagram, look at a picture of my back. Look at the second picture. It got even more purple than that. you can kind of get an idea of how lazy and how much garbage I've eaten. But yeah, I don't know. And the stuff on top, see, like the oily stuff on top, and I don't know, man. I don't know, because I haven't got like a science kit out, and all I have from that is, people that have talked about it. So if I like their channel and they've used it, and there's a few people that say, I mean, it's a different substance, obviously. What goes to the top and what goes to the bottom, the oil versus the crystal sediment. Yeah, divine. So that, see, Ormus. Yeah, that the monoatomic Ormus, orbitally rearranged molecular structures. Resin. Okay, well then, I mean, if that's the case, then I have a lot of it. I'll go inside and try some out tonight and see what happens. But I mean, I would like to do it in the sunshine. Yeah, the difference between chlorophyll and our blood is the exchange of you get rid of the iron and you put magnesium in it. And so like our blood is iron rich. Blood for plants is magnesium rich. Interestingly enough, most people, and funny enough, the last few days I've had a bunch of questions on how people ask me things, and the key to it every single time, what they're asking about always relates back to magnesium deficiencies, no matter what it is. Some people, like with certain types of anxieties, depressions, certain diseases, and it tends to stem from a lack of magnesium. And funny enough, is recently I've been drinking a lot of chocolate milk, so a lot of chocolate, and I've noticed my demeanor and my general. I mean, you see, for me, I can't just put it on that and say it's all that, but between the magnesium, cleaning my house, just different things I've been doing, have all kind of, like, my anxiousness and my depression, pretty much, I'm kind of just like in that middle, and I haven't been watching any. I've been scrolling through Instagram all day, so put all those together. But the magnesium, I can tell it's doing something. But then you got to add in a few other things that I'm doing too. So I can't just say it's all that. But again, everybody I've been talking to, their ailments tend to be related to lack of magnesium in their diet. It's all different things too. Yeah, most people are very depleted of magnesium, and I've done that talk many times. And their depletion of magnesium, it's not necessarily that they're not getting enough magnesium in their body. A lot of times they don't, but a lot of times they have such an abundance of sodium and calcium that the sodium and calcium are not allowing for the exchange of potassium and magnesium to take place in the inter and extracellular fluid, which is supposed to take place in the evening. So you have this what's inside of the inside of the cell during the daytime, which would be the sodium and the calcium, and the outside of the blood fluid, and the plasma outside of that is where all of the magnesium and potassium is. Now, they're supposed to be, the ratio should be in balance, so that when nighttime comes around, something that's going on with the moon and magnetics, they're supposed to change places. And that helps you sleep. That does a bunch of things for balancing your brain and sleeping patterns and all of this. but because they have an overabundance of salt, sodium, overabundance of calcium, calcium is in everything, sodium's in everything. It's all daytime elements, and it caused much havoc to the system. So I think a lot of people, just by consuming, see, everybody wants to get a spray or a gel or a pill. Those will do enough. They'll do something, but I think you just need to consume it in the right foods. And I don't really believe in supplementing too much. There's not too many supplements that are very bioavailable for the body. There are not too many things that you can ingest that's actually going to go into your system and be useful. So just get it right from the chocolate, right from the banana, right from the... Reza. Yeah, I've only had fun on it. I've done it inside. I thought it was hilarious. But then again, I've done things that I thought were way more crazy than MEO, 5-MEO. Yeah, I've had some really crazy, weird dreams. Super vivid dreams. Some out-of-body things that happened that I was certain that I was awake. And then as I'm awake and walking in my apartment, I go, oh man, I'm actually sleeping in bed right now. And I just caught myself because I could hear myself breathing. It's like, damn it, I'm over there. I was like, I'm in a dream right now. But not in a dream, I was just out of body. But yeah, I've had some pretty interesting dreams. Also because my sleeping patterns have been, I've been getting good sleep, but very sporadic. Like one to 1.5 hours here and there. Like even during the evening, like if I go to bed at 10, I'll be up at 12, and then I'll go back to bed at 2 and sleep to 3:30, and then I'll just get up and maybe take a nap at 5 or something, And it's not like, it's like when I wake up, I'm not tired. I'm not. A lot of it is, some of it is just the energy of the springtime. Some of it is, like I keep my window open, so the rain and the cleanliness of the air and the charge of the air, some of that's doing it too. But now I just wake up and I'm like, I guess I'm awake. Divine, that's hilarious. I mean, I don't know anything about that. Like, I don't think reconnecting with somebody is necessarily backwards, because sometimes reconnecting with people, you see a different value of them. I mean, I get what you're saying. Like, there's not much reason to, if it wasn't there and it wasn't working, it's probably not going to. I mean, some people make huge changes in their life, and there's a lot of people that I'm certain that if I were to meet them today, they're completely different and I'm completely different. It still might not work though, I mean, it might not match. Like the way we're different might actually make us even more different, even more not get along. So I don't know. For me, I'm pretty much on your side. Like there's no reason to step back into that. But some people sometimes, I don't throw it all out. I would say I would agree with you 98% of the time. It's really not worth it. Is Marshmallow related to Mars? Well, marshmallows are related to marshes and moors and water. Martians. So it's a wet landscape. Maybe if you go to my maybe I never made a video. Maybe I just wrote on it. If you go to zenalchemist.wordpress, maybe I'll do that tonight when I get up at some odd hour. I'll redo my description box and I'll add everything I need to put in there. I'll add the WordPress in there for people, and maybe even just bite the bullet and open up one of the other websites, so I can have like Patreon or something. Because that might just work out. I might just lock most of these videos up or just put them to the side and just do that way. I mean, I much rather would just do this because sometimes I'm very motivated and have lots of cool shit to say, but other times I'm like, eh. And the only thing that would be kind of troubling about doing a Patreon is I would be like, okay, I'm gonna do 3 shows a week, but I'm also very artistic in the sense that I'm motivated by energy. But if I don't have the energy, like, what am I gonna do? Just come on and give somebody a dumbass show, or just like write something down? Like I can't do it that way. So maybe I'll do like maybe I'll just do like a special, like a Patreon, like special events, maybe. Oh, but anyways, everybody else here, I'm going to be putting that book bag together. I was pricing out things so I can put that book bag together with all the cool stuff. So y'all can buy a Zen pouch, a Zen bag, a Zen book bag. I don't know. I might even get a cool patch or something. We'll see. But I've been pricing that out. It's gonna be pretty awesome. There's a bunch of cool little things I'm gonna put in there. All the fun shit that I know about that you guys don't even know that I know about. Divine. Oh, you mutually parted with great vibes, but you'd rather not. Whoa. So because you on that like doing you thing right now? Yeah, I understand. Like right now, like it's been so long since I've had any kind of relations with another species, with the opposite, with anybody really, that I'm just kind of like, eh. It would be. I wonder if I would even notice, like, if a chick was even hitting on me right now. I wonder. I mean, it's happened a few times where I was just like, whatever. I'm just like kind of spent on it. Opinions on vitamin K? That's potassium, and like it's in a lot of green foods. Hello, little bird. Hold on. You hear that? What kind of bird do this? Hey, little guy, what are you doing? Hold on. I'll have to do a little research on that, like K12. I know that is one of the major things. I think it's D3, K12, and there's 2 other ones for treating severe depression. And I'd learned like a recipe from some German dude. I'll have to revisit that. But I mean, it's hard to say. Like, I'll go. Maybe I'll do that too. Maybe I'll do a whole special on all of the different, what the vitamins are and where you get them and what they're the standard ones. Because you have the macro vitamins, and you got micronutrients. You can never name all the nutrients. So, and where to get them and how to get them. I can say this much though. I'd watch this. I don't know, some chick I'd never heard of just comments on my channel of like, why did I choose to use the screenshot that I did? And I was like, did you listen to the show? Like, why are you even asking me that? And I'm like, so I checked her page out, and she was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, man. She was out of mind. She had like a PhD, and she was just basically saying that you can't get any B vitamins without consuming raw meat or something, and I was like, oh, here we go, this stupid shit. It just there's just too many ways to consume everything we need. Nature is very complex, so we don't have to be. I like that idea. Reza, do I feel like nature's concern is to make a perfect species and not a perfect individual? No. If its concern was to make, its concern is to be nature. It's the Zen Buddhism. It's God. It's the Tao. It's nature. It just is. I don't think it's attempting to do anything. Like, it appears that because we have thought and free will and all of these things, then programming that goes into us, like, there's no way to make a perfect species. As far as we can tell, we're getting worse and worse at this. On an individual level, it seems like certain people are getting more and more intelligent and climbing up Jacob's ladder, or becoming more ascended, or archetypy, or godlike, or powerful, or whatever. But as a general thing, that more people, like, I mean, look around. People are not only baseline; they seem to be getting dumber. So I don't, if nature had anything to say about it, like, how the hell do we have so many people that are? When did nature tell people to put a mask on their face? When did nature say stick a needle in your arm? I don't remember nature ever doing that. So nature doesn't really have much to say in that regard. I mean, if it did have a concern, I would say it's more concerned with the individual rather than the entire species, because the entire species, like, I mean, think about animals. The weakest ones die off. So it's not concerned with the species, it's concerned with the strong ones. If it was concerned with the whole species, they'd bring the whole species along. It wouldn't allow one to be weak. I think if nature was concerned with anything, it would be individual. The intellect which we have, instrument from nature, is not being used for nature's purpose. Well, nature's purpose is not thought. Nature's purpose is thoughtlessness. It's to be without thought. It's perfect, instantaneous. There it is. That's nature. There is no thought in nature. It's being without any. While a flower will unfurl and unfold itself into a flower, the same flower it's supposed to, and that's kind of encoded in it, and it'll be as close to a perfect version of it. It doesn't force it. It's like, if it's not getting enough water, if it's not raining enough, you know what I mean? If it's not sunny enough, it's not going to happen. So nature is part and parcel to growing that flower. So which one, is it the water? What's the water and the rose? Is it the orange? It's the orange and the rose and the water and the earth and the sun and But thought really doesn't have anything to do with it. Thought is connected to a perception of the future or memories of the past. But yet, both of those things, thoughts of the future and memories of the past, exist right now. That's all there is. And so nature is existing now. We can't verify that anything was occurring 5 minutes ago. You can't prove it. You cannot prove it. You can't prove that anything's going to exist in 2 minutes. So nature, I think, it expresses itself infinitely in every moment, the way it's supposed to. However that is, I don't know. Just the way it does it. So nature tries to perfect itself. A flower tries to perfect itself. Given whatever it's given it works with it in the way it can. Okay, yeah, okay. Oh, okay, so that's what you're asking about, Divine. Yeah, that's probably correct. I would just try to find, use the vitamin K, whatever the supplement is, but see if you can't find something, look online and find something that is in a liquid bioavailable form, and then secondarily see what plants have the most of it. I think maybe spinach might be one of them. I think maybe you might even go with bone marrow, really. You might, I'm trying to think of celery has a lot of sodium as well, but because it's the way it's used, and it's the way it's available. So celery, spinach, bone marrow, Those would probably be helpful. Reza, is thought naturally destructive? No, it's not. Thought is not naturally destructive. Thought has an opportunity to build something or knock something over. It's not naturally anything. I have thoughts to create a symphony. I have thoughts to build something. I have thoughts about destroying things. The Shakti and Shiva. There is no thought. Does not get in the way. You can. If you have a garden, it's intelligent to go and cut the weeds, right? So your garden grows. You still have to. You have to be a constant gardener. You have to tend to the garden. So that is in the same way. If you were to build something, it's not destructive. You can build things that are beneficial to the environment, that add to the environment. Music adds to the environment. Artwork adds. Building a house in a certain way can add energy to an environment. They can be entropic systems rather than entropic systems. So no, thought is not. It tends to go that way because of certain things, because usually thought is based upon someone trying to get money. Thought tends for people to get leverage because they believe they need to get something. They need to have more of something. So their thoughts go wrong. They go awry in that, rather than saying I have enough, but wouldn't it be nice? If somebody says I have everything I need, but wouldn't it be nice if I do this, then the resulting whatever they're making tends to add to the environment rather than detract. Is it a drop form? Yeah, Divine. It's probably more bioavailable, but again, I don't know what it. It depends on if it comes from a natural source or if it's synthetic. You can still derive some use from synthetic vitamin K, but yeah, the word wanting is the word won't. You don't long for and want something. I mean, you're supposed to desire. You're supposed to desire things. Life doesn't exist without desire. You desire things, so therefore you do things to try to obtain it. You desire to breathe. You desire to eat. You desire to fornicate. You desire to swim. You desire to. There's all sorts of things. I mean, be content with what you have. But then, without desire, the world comes to a screeching halt. Nothing would happen. So without desire, the world doesn't exist. We desired the world to exist, so therefore it does exist. What's up, musicians? Yeah, divine. Yeah. Organic and naturopath. Yes. Yeah, just finding whatever sort of, you can extract vitamin K from you can make tinctures out of things. You can make you get to higher level, you can make spagyrics out of it, but that's higher level, and that's just more and more cleansed and organized information. But getting into making spagyrics are expensive, and it takes a very skilled chemist to know what they're doing. But nonetheless, just getting it in your body through a natural source. And most of these things, just because you're getting in your body doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be usable. So there's certain things that you need to have B vitamins or vitamin D, which is a hormone. If you don't have enough hormone in your body, you won't be able to process certain things. If you don't have certain B vitamins, you won't be able to unlock other things in your body to make it do the work. Like a B vitamin, for the most part, it unlocks and it's an energetic thing. It's like probiotics and kombucha and sauerkraut things. That's opening things up. It's allowing other things to function. Digestion is a big part of. Just because you consume something, if you can't digest it's completely useless. You could eat a pill that inside of the pill is everything you need, but if you swallow it and then you shit it out and it didn't get in your system, what use is it? A lot of times, what people don't get, and this is very, very important for people, is they consume all the healthy things they get on a healthy diet, but they don't get any healthier because their intestines and everything they're doing, everything they're consuming, just because it's healthier, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to get into their system. Their entire small intestines, large intestines, all through their colon, it might be clogged up, and just, if it's not going to get beyond the lining of your colon, it's not going to get out into your bloodstream, and if it's not processed, then what good is it? You can take 100 milligrams of anything. If it doesn't get in your system, and even if it got in your system, to digest it properly, that's another thing too. Digestion of things.
You want to go knock before we go to dinner? You want to go knock on grade 4.
Aged and matured goat milk sounds like probably a good idea. There's a difference in the kinds of milks because of the fat content, the protein content, and
Last weekend? Yeah. Like
the fats, proteins, and a few other things in it.
What's going on? Good, right? What's that mean? Right?
Yeah, I mean, a divine. So it probably is. If that's what you're dealing with, probably is going to be much more readily available to get in the system, especially in a liquid form. But sometimes things, just because they're in liquid form, doesn't necessarily mean they're basically bonded with carbon atoms, so that way it can structure it and use it in your body. When you have artificial things, it's not gonna be able to, like, if you have a key that goes into something to make it function, sometimes some of those things in there are not gonna, just because you buy 10 different here's a tincture of sage. Well, it depends on where you got it from, how old the sage was, how much oil was left in it, etc., etc. A prime thing I can think of is oregano oil. Has a really important chemical in it that, if you get just normal oregano oil, it's good enough. But when you get the stuff that it's freshly harvested and they use it right away, and it's grown in the right area, and it's getting the right moisture content and the good kind of earth, when it comes out, it's going to have it's called clavicol, I believe. Clavicol or carvacol. It's going to have a high percentage of that, and that's literally the most important chemical in it. It's going to be doing the work in the body, and that is the same thing in every other herb or element that you're using. Is how much of it's going to be in there, how strong is it, and how well can your body absorb it and digest it. Yeah, easy water, Reza. You're talking about, what's his name? Yeah, the fourth phase of water. Well, I mean, it's very similar. The quality of easy water is a lower surface tension and a structuring of the water that's different. But it's very much like the organization of the water is very much, and the surface tension is very much like urine. It's a lower surface tension, and there's also stuff called crystal energy, and there is a type of silica and something else in it, and it's there's just different densities and buoyancies. there's different, the density of the water and the structure of the water changes. Raw fruit is going to be one of the quickest to detox with. Yes, raw fruit will be the quickest, probably more than even distilled water, because the amount of acid. The acid's going to do a lot of cleaning in your body. it will give you the sugars and help you. It's going to be cleaning something different. A straight water fast is going to do a different service than a juice fast. A juice fast it'll give you the sugars and it'll give you the most energy, but it'll also give you, because of the pH, changes the pH. It'll change the pH in your body. It'll change your blood type. Your blood pH very quickly. So yeah, I think that's one of the best ways. It's just mad expensive. I mean, these when I've done it, it was prohibitively. I would do fruit juice fast all the time, but it's mad expensive. When I first time I did one, it's like how much you had to consume, and like I was like all day just at the juicing. I was all day just juicing and making the juice, and you got to consume it like within so many minutes because the enzymes start to break down. You got to go through all that, and then you got to use. Then I got to clean the thing. Then okay, as soon as once I do that, back to juicing enough fruit to and then it's different between using a masticating juicer and a high spin, which is it's gonna burn off a lot of enzymes. It's quicker to use, but I don't know what zeolite costs. I would use heavy metal detox, chelation therapy. I would use cilantro, spirulina. I'd use green herbs. I would use urine. I don't know what zeolite. I mean, I'd probably use it as like an additive. Yeah, all of these things you just you don't. It doesn't have to be just specifically one thing. You can. A lot of people like to be organized. Like, okay, this is what I'm doing, and I want to know if this works. This. But like sometimes you can just kind of throw things together, man. Like if they're going to be doing about the same thing, you might even be doing yourself a service by sometimes using urine, sometimes using zeolite, sometimes using cilantro, because maybe those things bind to different. They chelate and bind to different heavy metals. Who knows? It's like there's no way of knowing anything 100% sure with the human body because there's so many things going on. There's so many actions and chemicals, and there's no way to verifiably scientifically study the results of using any specific one thing and say that's what did it. Because for you to do that, you would have to isolate everything and say, okay, I'm not eating. And you just, okay, what does this one thing do? When somebody goes, oh, they were just on a regular diet and they started using bananas and they lost weight. Well, what else were they eating? How long were they doing it for? Were they outside? Were they exercising? I mean, there's so many variables. I've had to put this out here so many times. We can everything, even the scientific studies, have to be kind of. You kind of just go. Does it kind of make sense? Does it? Because you can't verify. You can't isolate anything. It's impossible. There's too many variables in the human body. Too many things that are going on. How much sunshine are you getting? What about stress levels? Are you working every day? Because that's going to be releasing chemicals in you. Did you have any pre-existing injuries, conditions? Did you, you know what I mean? There's just two. So, but we can kind of go, okay, well, it appears that this is helping with this. We can kind of make that assessment. Reza, do I think that sleeping on a magnetic sleep pad helps with the Schumann resonance? I'm sure it helps. I'm sure it's probably interesting to do. I know that grounding out and using like a grounding mat helps. I wouldn't be surprised that magnets would help. I mean, why not? If you can afford it. I mean, But that's another thing too. Like you could do all those things, but like just imagine somebody just being like out of shape, disgusting, eating garbage every day. That's not going to necessarily for them. They'll notice that it helps, but they'll never get the full results of doing it. So all of these things are basically like they're just like another couple drops into the bucket of how good can you make something. Like if you could be pristine and do all of the things, yeah, magnets, ground yourself, keep your windows open, have no corners in your house, barefoot outside, sun gaze. I mean, there's so many things that could be done to get the most energy in your system. But you can't. No one's going to be able to just like overnight be like, oh, let's do all of those things. Everything will have a little benefit. If you think it does, it probably does. There's not too many things out there. There's not going to be like the one magic pill other than drink your piss. But everything else is going to be just like little additions that will help with certain things. And then don't forget, you're going to have your thoughts will help manifest that too. If you believe it will help, probably will. Neil, DE, Diamatisius Earth. Yeah, that gets rid of, like microscopically, it's supposed to be very jagged and sharp, and it'll kill parasites. Cleans the skin, cleans internal. Yeah, I've heard good things about it. I've used it before. I think I got it for my dog years and years ago because she had fleas or something, and I got rid of the fleas on the outside, and that's when I would realize, oh, you can actually take that internally. And I did some research on it. Yeah, it seems like a good idea because I know they give it to cows and horses and things if they have any worms or bugs, and it gets rid of them. So why not? Bentonite and clay. So the DE will kind of get rid of those things. The bentonite will suck it up and remove it from you. Moringa. I'm not familiar with it. That's I've never used it. I mean, I've heard of it, but. Oh yeah, it sounds so good right now, Divine. Yeah, this summer I can't wait to be eating the salads and things for lunch this summer. That does sound good. What about turpentine? I use turpentine all the time. Turpentine's good for you. Neil, what do you want to know? I have plenty of videos on turpentine. I want to know what this little bird is over here. You hear it? What is that? Is that a? I think it's a. Hi, birdie. What you doing? Come here. I think it's a pigeon. It sounds like a pigeon. It was funny because I walked over to the door yesterday, and there was a brown pigeon just standing at the door. And I walked over to him, and he just looked at me. He didn't even move. He literally, the pigeon, if you get within like 5 feet of him, they'll just walk in a different direction. He just looked at me. He just walked over to me. I was like, what do you want? I think it's the same one. I just can't see it because there's all this. I'll show you. It's like all this trees and shit right here. He's over there. He's over there somewhere on the ground. Yeah, juicing is expensive, but if you can, just add some juice here and there. Lemon juice, lime juice. That's gonna do a number too for cleaning you out. Figs. Figs are my favorite. Neil, onions on a nightstand. We have onions clean air. Yeah, onions are good for your armpits and for cleaning the air. Cut an onion in half, leave it on your kitchen counter. It's not going to smell like onions. It'll clean up the bacteria. Put it on your nightstand. It'll suck up all the bad bacteria. And the smell of the onion will go away after a couple minutes anyways. So if you're like, oh, the onion's very strong, nah, it's starting to start sucking things up. An onion is a resonator for the white blood cells in your body. It's sucking up and destroying things. So it's good internally and externally. Yeah, I don't know Morango like that. Considering trimming this thing up. It's officially out of hand at this point. I mean, I might just get rid of some of the side of it, just like kind of Helen Watts it, instead of having it so big on the sides. I might just kind of get it in here. We'll see. So, except I can't find my plug for my. That's actually why I stopped shaving, anyways, because I have like a you know what I was like a buzzy, and I couldn't find it. I was like, oh, okay, it's somewhere in here, and then I was like, oh, I'll cut my hair. I'll trim my beard up next week, and then I just never found it. And then I just cleaned my whole house, and I still can't find it. So, guess I'm keeping the beard. I do need a weed whacker for this. I could probably stuff it underneath here. I really want to go play with that bird though. Can you guys hear it? It sounds like it's like a chirping. It's on the ground too, so that's why I think it's a pigeon. But usually whenever I hear pigeons, there's like 100 of them. So I hear them at the park. And this one's interesting because it's brown. Brown Pidgey. Have I used it for a mask in a store? I wouldn't know how to keep it. I would, if I had something to keep it up, I would. I just I only go to like one or two places that I have that they're like put a mask on, and I'm just like, oh. Everywhere else I go, I'm kind of like, I just kind of just don't pay attention. I act like I don't hear them. And there's other places I go where if the person working has their mask like kind of like down here, I just kind of go, okay, you're not gonna say anything, cool. I don't feel like having an argument with you. I kind of just give them that attitude, like I don't want to argue about this. Neil, I did this the other day. I did a show and I told you guys I was going to do it, and right after the show I was going to do it on camera, but after the show I had food grade 35%, and I actually used a little ammonia, so I used aged urine, and I used baking soda to make a paste. So it was super high. It was like super high pH. And I put it in my beard down here, and I did it 3 times, and it only made a few of my hairs slightly brownish red. My beard wouldn't take the coloring. Yeah, thumbs up's great, guys. Also, donations are great too. You can donate to me, and I'll be making this backpack soon. CashApp, PayPal, TsarXen, capital XEN. It's beneath. Thumbs up are great. Thumbs up your butt. What's up, Shaddison? Cheetah Riddy? That's some Indian shit, I don't know. Cheetah Riddy? Opinions. You talking about onions? Why are you putting a P in your onions? I'm retarded. It's probably Sanskrit. Yeah. It did seem that way. Nice. Well, that's what we're doing. It's a little bit of education, a little bit of question, a little bit of bullshit. I need Oh, really? Well, I don't know how it all works. It's so infuriating that depending on what platform you have to do different things. Like on when I've used an Apple before, it's a different setup than if I'm using my Android, than if I'm using a PC. Like the things I can do with each of them. And I thought it was YouTube. Why isn't it just all the same? Why they gotta make it so difficult? Well, what else? Got an hour in here. What time is it? 9:30. 9:30. Oh, you know what I just learned a little trick. I'm sure most of you already know this, but I bought some cookies so I have a store in my building, and they sell cookies, and they're really good. Except the cookies they were selling today, they were stale. So they were dry. And I got them anyways, because they were still good. But if you take your cookies and you put them in a jar or in a bag, and you take a piece of bread, and you put the bread in there, the cookies become moist again. Because the cookies suck out the moisture from the bread, and it makes them soft again. And I did it, and it worked. So, there you go. There's a little trick if you ever have stale cookies. Now I just got to figure out how to make Cheetos or Corn Puffs from being soggy to being crunchy. I got to do the opposite, I guess. Got to probably put them in the oven for a minute. I haven't eaten, because I have some in there from like months ago, and I know they're going to be like all like, they're kind of like chewy. You're like, ugh, these are no good anymore. Maybe if I toast them, it'll be good. I don't know why. I don't even really want them. I just was thinking about it. Yeah, the YouTube studios are all over the place. Like what you can do there and how you can do it is different. Yeah, I know. I'm not getting frustrated. I've already gotten frustrated with it so many times. I'm just like, whatever. There's too many things. There's too many like settings over here. You gotta go over this to this. There's like why can't it just be simple? Why can't it just be simple? Oh, you're saying there's no coming back from the chewy Cheetos. You can't unchewy them. Is that what you're saying? Oh, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna put it in the oven and see what happens. I'm gonna give it the old collar. I'm gonna Google it or something. Come on, there's got to be these Mountain Dew, Code Red, Cheeto eating, Xbox playing cats that they figured something out. They had to. Oh, Arcane. Sorry to hear that. You know what's funny? You should have asked him, like, do you remember last time that you had the flu? You should have asked him that. Remember last time you had the flu? No one told you that you couldn't do those two things. You just didn't think about it. You couldn't. But now, oh no. Hey, tell him it was good knowing him. Right? Well, guess you're on your way out. Good luck to you. Oh no, man. It's so weird to me. I don't know. I deal with my I deal with like reoccurring like kind of bullshit. I deal with like arthritic type shit, like blood clots, just like from eating wrong. It's like I deal with that kind of shit, but like sickness wise, I don't know. I can't. Like I know when it happens, and I can get rid of it quickly. It doesn't even. And everybody else is like wilding out on it, man. Like really now today. We what year? Where are we? I just can't even. I can't even anymore. And you try to bring any piece of information to these people. What are you gonna do, man? You can't convince people. Arcane, make him a hot toddy. Make him a hot toddy with cinnamon, lemon, honey, whiskey. You might not be able to taste it, but it'll knock that flu out of him. Yeah, I don't even know what I would do, like, cause like then what do you know? You're no doctor, right? If you like, you can't argue. Like, did you go to school for then you even try to rationalize? There's no rationalizing. There's nothing. It's a lost battle. You can't win. You can't even come to common grounds with that. You can't even come to terms. You're an idiot at this point. That's all it is. There is no Pyrrhic victories. There is no losing a battle to win the war. No, none of that. You just you'd be like, here's 20 hours of doctors and and here's all the research and here it is, and they're like, no, see. Sorry to hear that. That fucking sucks. You know, it's funny. I haven't thought once about it, but I'm one of the people in my my extended family. I wonder if any of them have, got it or whatever. Never thought about it. Not that I mean, I like, what would I say? Good job. Yeah, divine, exactly. Yeah, it's one of two things. It's either a complete false on it, or are they using the 3-letter test, which isn't even used for that. It's been time and time again by many scientists, doctors, people, even the person who made it said that's not used for that. Fuck. Sorry to hear, man. It's like you can't help anybody anymore. We're past that part of the game. There's no helping anyone. Either people get it and they'll let you help them and then help, or they don't want to know they don't want to know. Yeah, allergies is probably more like it. Yeah, especially with springtime. A lot of people right now. I mean, that's the way they set it up too. It's allergy season. People are going to be getting allergies. What do you think's going to happen? Yeah, Arcane, and that's another thing too. Just the fear mindset alone is going to start producing chemicals in the body that will cause all sorts of a chain reaction of events to occur to make the, to put a stress on the immune system, to put a stress on the brain, to start releasing all sorts of things that are put the body out of balance. And there's not too many ways of, well, let me rephrase that. There's a lot of ways to put the body back into balance, but not a lot of ways that people would even attempt. If they don't already, think their body was a hospitable environment for life, if they don't think that Earth and nature is already like here, like, hey, we've been doing this for a long time. If they think somehow some priestcraft in a suit, in a white priest jacket, is gonna solve something that they produced themselves. If I give you the math problem, of course I'm gonna have the answer. Yeah, I don't I really don't. I don't have. This thing I can smell. It doesn't. It takes a lot to clog this up. When I was a kid, I used to have very bad allergies. But oddly enough, it was from getting allergy shots. Yep. Never had allergies until I was like 10, 11. And then I had allergies to everything that they were testing me for, which was, oddly enough, all the things that I liked doing. Anything, grass, fresh cut grass. I was like, I played soccer and soccer and football, and I was outside every day of my life. I played. I mowed people's lawns. Never had a problem. And then all of a sudden, they're like, "Wow, I think you're allergic to that." Started jabbing me with things. Like, "Yep, you're allergic to that." And after that, I was allergic to it. I don't know if it was. I don't know if it was literally them making me with some poison, or if it was Munchausen's or some nocebo, placebo kind of effect, suggestion. But whatever it was. Oh, you know what I just got? I got a gift the other day of some soap. Dr. Bronner's. Anybody know Dr. Bronner's soap? The big bottle of it that has all the words on it. That just says a bunch of stuff. Well, lately they've been the Dr. Bronner's is the whole thing on the whole one side of the bottle is all about the psychedelics and how important they are, and microdosing, and basically telling people about that and pushing for that. It's really interesting. Highly suggest if you don't have a bottle, go get a bottle, because it's really good stuff anyways. But how you doing? But you could probably just look it up online, Dr. Bronner's, and look at the label. It's pretty awesome. Good bathroom reading. You don't even need your phone. You can just sit there and read the bottle while you're taking a dump. What's up, Stan? Yeah, you do. So you don't do the neti pot. You do like a turkey baster up the nose. Yeah, that I do enough. I keep my body internally cleansed with alcohol enough to dry out those kind of things, and I eat enough hot things, like Indian spices and curries and Mexican hot spices that sweat it out or just get a runny nose when I'm eating. So that pretty much stays pretty cleansed in here, and here, which is your eyes, your nose, ears, throat, that area in here. It's all connected. I cry enough and I snot enough, and so my eyesight is pretty good. My hearing is pretty good. My smelling is. I can smell what kind of dog that is. I can smell what kind of dog is barking. But yeah, I've done that a few times. I had a neti pot for a little bit. And another thing you can do is take a big pot of water and simmer it, and then put some essential oils or of tea tree or any green herb, put it in there, and then put a towel over your head, turn the stove off because you don't want to burn the house down, and then let the steam come off there and put that over there, and then breathe that all in. It'll clean out your sinuses, clean out your lungs, get up any phlegm that's in there, clean that all out, rinse your eyes out. You can use you can get eye cups, an eye cup, and put like cayenne or eye bright herbs, things like that in there. Clean you right out. The other day I put some turpentine in my eye. That was intense. Yeah, in a dry climate, you definitely need to add some moisture. Stan, one thing you can do, because you do enemas now and then, yeah? One thing you can do to balance that out, to hydrate yourself, is do an oil basti. It's an oil enema. So you take like a sesame oil or an avocado oil, or look up oil bastis, and before you go to bed, do that. It's an enema, but you keep it in you. You should put a couple towels down, because you don't want to like fart in the middle of the night and make a mess. But you should be able to hold that in, and that will moisten your entire body. Yeah. The basti is very important. That I've done a couple of times. When I've done it, I've put up to a quart of oil in my person, and the next day none of it came out. It just went into it loosened up my ligaments, my tendons, my joints. In fact, after I do a couple, I've been collecting some pee-pee, because I'm gonna do some urine enemas, and after I do those, I'm gonna do an oil basti. Back up to, especially for the summertime, because it's gonna be hot, gonna be sweating a lot, and that will keep you nice and hydrated, especially in a dry climate. Whoa. Yeah, the salt will be kind of dehydrating. It's cleansative, very cleansative, but it'll be dehydrating. Salt would be better used in a moist climate to pull moisture from you, because that's what salt does. Salt attracts, like water, it tries to collect the salt because it's a poison. But then it will remove it. But you're removing some of the salt. You're removing the salt and the water. I mean, along with the water, you get rid of the phlegm, but it will dry you out. Hmm. Safflower? Sunflower. Hemp was good. Safflower. Um, yeah. The avocado will be the fattiest, and then the sesame is the standard. That's Ayurvedic. They use sesame mostly. A warm sesame, and then maybe add a little bit of turmeric. And turmeric will assist in inflammation. It will help inflammation. And yeah, that's a good way to go. It's starting to get chilly. I'm gonna go inside. You guys wanna come inside with me? Let's go do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go try it out. Hopefully this door's still open. Oops, hold on a second here. You guys have to give me like 3 minutes. Hey, fountains. Okay. You guys can see my my brand new apartment. I still have to put up my new lights. It's all colored. I just didn't. Maybe you guys can help me figure out where I should put them. It's cozy though. Super cozy. The feng shui is off the charts.
Did they got a restroom over here?
I don't know. I don't think so. You probably got maybe the first floor, maybe. Yeah, cheers, brother. You could use my bathroom, I suppose. Okay, uno momento. So check it out. You guys don't know about these, do you? So I'll have to show you these sometime. So these are the ones you look at and you cross your eyes slightly, and then this turns into a 3-dimension so you can see into that and then pops out. This is my hallway. I have this one here. This one is pretty awesome. Explains to you how to develop a photographic mind. And there's your psychodynamic human energy field. there's my elephant. And just reorganized my kitchen too. Boom. Finally. Yeah, boy. So check it out. And here's a painting somebody did for me a while ago. This is my elephant. Got elephants everywhere. There's my tribe of elephants. There's my other elephants. Here's my dude. My alpaca. Rock with the alpacas, yo. Oh, and I've just cut on a bunch of new sunglasses. Fun times. And this one's awesome right here. And I will show you my new setup for my domicile. Boom. So I've reorganized this here. Hold on one second. So there's my cozy seat. Oh, this is, I have to fix this somehow. There we go. And here's some, got my lighting there. I've got lighting up there. And there's my other, this is where I normally sit, right there. But now I've reorganized this. Okay. And then I've got my other elephant right here. And then that right there. It's my dream catcher, and that right there is totally awesome behind there. Straight from, it's a magic carpet. Yes. So this is my new setup. You guys like it? And I have some lighting, but I didn't know if I want to take those lights and put them over here, because I have another set of lights that is a bunch of different colors. If I was going to put those up over there, which it can be any color, or if I was going to put that up over here, I don't know yet. We'll see. So welcome. Here's my stuff. Welcome. We'll sit here for a second. Oh, I gotta grab my vino. The hell have I done with it? What have you done with it? Oh, I put it in. What a goof. Let's refill this. Oh, you surprised? Oh, you want to see that? My buddy got this for me a long time ago. And my Kenny G and Raul Sharma. And my awesome butterflies. Check these out. 3-dimensional butterflies. Yeah, Raul Sharma, yeah. And this is from a friend of mine that does graffiti. Yeah. I'll just show this to you. I don't know. I don't think you guys would be able to do this. I don't think, even if I held this here. See these little dots right here? See those dots? You got to cross your eyes. So those two right here. Well, it's these two right here. See those two? Cross that so it's one thing. I'd have to hold this very steady. I don't know if you'd be able to do it on here. It's going to be big enough. I can do it right now on the wall, but I'm trying to do it on my phone right now. I don't know if I can. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be tough. If I had a big enough screen, maybe. Oh, anyways. But this one right here, when you look at this, this will start to give you all the colors. You should be able to see green, red, blue, and then as you develop it more, you can see 7 colors. Yes. It's your brain. The path of the golden lights. Pituitary, nasal passages. Yeah, tomorrow when I get my tripod for this thing, you guys will be able to see. And here's all of my. These are some singing bowls. And I'll show you my other cool stuff that's in here. I'm not gonna pull it out right now though. You guys can hang with me here while I make a beverage. A stand-up blind? What does that mean? Raul Sharma does not play the guitar, I don't think. I mean, he probably does, but I don't. That's not his instrument of choice. I don't know. I've heard the music. I just don't know what he was playing in it. Because I mean, obviously, when Kenny G is playing, the sax is over the top. Okay, so you guys can hang right while I make this beverage. Maybe I can turn some tunes on for you. This shouldn't take me too long though. Oh, the stand-up divider where the bed is. Not enough room. It's not really enough room for it. I mean, the one that you see there, I could put at the end of the bed. I could, but I like the divider where it is because I don't want to see into my kitchen. I like that space that over there. I don't mind my bed being in the same the same area. If I put that divider there, yeah, it's gonna. I have two bookshelves coming tomorrow, and where they're gonna go, it wouldn't work. I know what you're saying, the end of the bed right there, but yeah, it's I did have 2 of them. My old place, it was big enough where I could use both of them. It wouldn't work in here. Yeah, this is the stand-up screen room divider. See this thing right there? That's a room divider right here. See, so I divide the room this way, so I don't have to look into. See, there's no kitchen there, right? So, and these, well, I kind of like the light on, I guess. But this could go here. I hear what you're saying. It could go there. But it wouldn't really divide it too much. I don't know. But then from here, I'd look into the kitchen. I don't like that. And so right here is going a bookshelf right here. And then a bookshelf is going here. That's going to be about this tall that I can put some things on top of, like my oils and stuff. So these are moving. That's going into my closet. And this space will be for some other things, some other tools and things that I have that I will show you another time, which will actually be part of the book bag that I'm going to make for you guys. The Zen backpack. Okay, so where are we? So here's how we're gonna do this. We're gonna do, because I really thoroughly enjoy it. I wish I had to buy milk from downstairs. I would normally get almond milk, but I couldn't go to the store today because it was storming outside. But I do want to have chocolate milk. So, and I like it very Dutchy chocolate, like super chocolatey. I will have to go collect more chocolate tomorrow because we's out chocolate. And then, what you guys know about this stuff? Kratom, some kratom. It's awesome for the evening. It depends on the kind of kratom. So we'll do. So let me sugar chocolate. Like two hefty spoonfuls. And then, because this stuff, if you use too much, it's not good. So I gotta measure it out. Because I need an exact amount. Because one time when I first tried this stuff, I just figured it's like anything else. You could like do too much, I guess, and it's not gonna be that bad. No, too much will give you the worst kind of having to vomit, having like headache, stings. It's worse than having like a drunken hangover. But you're like awake. You're like aware of it when it's occurring. Not good. Okay. Well. I'll have to show off and also you guys would be able to see we're gonna see all of my herbs, my herb closet. I've shown you guys my herb closet before, but you only got to see like half of it. Now I'll be able to get all of them out. You'll be able to see in full glory. Be with you guys in one moment. See, normally in the morning, I like to mix the chocolate with some coffee. And if I have it, I like to mix the coffee and chocolate with a good mushrooms, like a what's it called, quadricep or reishi, perhaps. Or if I have something really good, I think I need more chocolate in here. Not too much chocolate. Oh. You guys can learn about all these cool things that I have here. These right here, these are Schisandra berries. It's one of the most important berries in traditional Chinese medicine right here. And we have yohimbe. If you guys got any problems with blood flow, that's good for it. Got all sorts of cool stuff up here. And that's just a few of the things up there. And I was telling you earlier about this little trick. Cookies. Put a piece of bread in here. And this cookie was stale earlier. Now the cookie is see, oh, it's so soft now. Soft cookie. Saving that for later. And normally I do not have a cookie jar, but I do have a cookie jar now. Who's got a cookie? Grandma got cookie jars. Nice. Yeah, there's a lot of things you can put into things to keep moisture out or to add moisture. The bread with cookies adds moisture. The cookies absorb the moisture from the bread. But you can use to keep moisture out of things, like if you had a toolbox, use like camphor or oddly enough, there's edible camphor. You know what camphor is? It's fucking bright. It's super. It's like mint on steroids, and they use it in a lot of desserts. Usually, the way that they make camphor is with chemicals and turpentine and stuff. I mean, but they're using industrial turpentine, not good turpentine, and they usually use it for absorbing moisture. If you put this in a toolbox, it'll keep your things rust free. Same thing in your body. Camphor, yeah, camphor. Normally you won't find edible camphor unless you go to like a international or Indian grocery store. I never heard of it either. I didn't even know it existed. I mean, I knew they use a lot of funny things in their desserts, but they use it. Yeah, maybe herb shops. Even that would be hard to find. I've never heard of edible camphor. Oh, you guys want to see my other cool stuff? Here, check this out. My elephant. There's my elephant teapot. Check them out. And then my little Mexican dudes. Yeah, and my molcate. And those I gotta fill up tomorrow. I just clean these out. Those are all my spices, my herbs. Don't worry, we'll be into the other room, into the other in a second. I think I've shaken that off, huh? Oh, that's gonna be good. Okay, I think we're about ready to see this awesome drink that I've just made here. Nice and foamy. Yep. Nice and foamy. Nom 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 nom. Crummy. Okay. Let's go in here. Let's see what's happening. Let's see how much this can change my lighting situation here. I think that'll be alright. Alright, cool. You can talk to him for a second. I still haven't named him yet. He's just a cool ass alpaca. I've named the ducks though at the park. I don't know who's met my friends the ducks at the park though. Two of them just run over to me. They're hilarious. One of them's name is Hip Hop because he has got this awesome hairdo. He just the way he waddles with an attitude. He's got like a hip hop attitude. I don't know what it is. He's fun. He always walks up to me and he pokes up my bag. He's like, "Where's the food at?" I was like, "What's up?" Alright, cool. Welcome back. It's me, there's you. I'll get rid of these things, I guess. In a second here. Alright, hi guys. What do you guys want to get into? Let's see how this tastes. Exactly how it should taste. Dutch chocolate. Dutch chocolate milk. I don't know what it means, but I just know it just means extra chocolate. That's what it means. If I had a blender, I would put Oreos in here. Cause they're vegan, man. Oreos are vegan. One more thing I gotta do. Going to change my pants. Okay, let's see which one should I put on here. Oh my gosh, I can walk into my closet again. It's almost finished. It's almost been accomplished. Hopefully the mailman or the UPS people will show up tomorrow with my bookshelves. Well, if you're gonna make hot chocolate, yeah, shaking it does a good job. I was using cold, but yeah, shake it. If you had a shakerado. Whipper. Yeah, I have a whipper, but it's not battery powered. Well, the reason it was so foamy because I was using whole milk, and most of the time what I'll do is I'll use a nut milk so it doesn't really froth, but then I'll add a little bit of cream, heavy cream, and I'll get a little bit of froth out of it. But yeah, I mean that's been my dietary. It's been my diet for a couple days now, just chocolate every day, which is interesting because that was my goal whenever I just before winter. My goal was to just consume yogurt and honey and chocolate. And my diet has pretty much been like, oh, you know what I normally would put in there? I'd put a little yogurt. And I think that's what I'm going to do right now as soon as I put my there. Because I have vanilla yogurt, so that way it'll help me digest the milk. And also it will give it a little vanilla and a little bit of sour. I don't know that it would work too well, I don't know if it would curdle or something. It would be like weird in hot chocolate. But in the cold chocolate, it's nice. Because I like bits of chocolate and yogurt with like a cranberry. Maybe not cranberry, but like cranberry's good. Or cherries, like dried cherries. Chocolate, honey, vanilla yogurt. I have not had hot chocolate in a long time. I think maybe like a year or so. Okay. I'm 100% back here now. Yeah, I mean, well, the reason that I couldn't shake it so much because it all started frothing up the whole milk. So a lot of the chocolate kind of went to the frothiness on top. So I kind of had. Do you remember making like Nestle Quick Milk? That it would all you'd kind of get bubbles of it, and it kind of be like dried. Like I have that a little bit right now. You kind of got to mix it up a little warm first. I usually try to mix it up a little warm, and then I'll add the ice later, so it doesn't just sit on top. But that, and also putting the kratom in here. So damn good. Told you I feel like Will Smith and Men in Black. He just wants chocolate milk. What's your favorite ice cream? You like pistachio? Old people like pistachio ice cream. As a child, I did not. I liked it a little bit. I love pistachios. I was always chocolate ice cream, but then I realized a really good vanilla ice cream is the way to go. And the interesting thing about chocolate and vanilla, chocolate is actually white, and vanilla is actually brown. They do everything backwards. Chocolate truffle, yeah. Neil, what are you talking about? What is my name to use? Zen? What are you talking about? What do you mean? What is this? What is this you speak of? But yeah, I think that's one of the most interesting. You know, everything black is white, up is down. The most basic thing that we know chocolate to be brown or black, right? Chocolate itself is white. Vanilla we say is vanilla. It's yellowish white. No, it's black. Look at the vanilla bean. Everything's backwards. Everything. All of it. Mm. So damn good. Ah. I really wish I had my tripod right now because I'd go walk over to that thing. If you guys are looking at, maybe one of you can tell me this. Are you on a computer? Do you have a big do you have a big enough screen, or are you on your phone? Because if you guys are on a big enough screen, I could go hold my phone next to one of these pictures and see if it works for you. Because I can hold it steady for a second, and if it works, then tomorrow, whenever I get the tripod, we can play with those. I have a bunch of them. Are you guys having a conversation? Because I'm not. I guess I'm getting half of this. All I got was Stan saying chocolate truffled, and then Gestalt, and then Neil said I'll eventually figure it out. So Stan, you're using a screen though. Okay. So if I go and do this, let's just see. Do you know how these things work? Okay. Do you know how these things work right here? These right here. Okay, so if you're on a computer screen, you should still be able to do it because it's still picking up the whole thing. So you're just gonna breathe easily and slightly cross your eyes so that this dot. I have to glue that. So, see these two dots right here? That one and that one. You want to cross your eyes, so that becomes one dot. And then all of this here will start to go into 3D mode for you. It's called convergence. You're converging your eyes. So you can divert your eyes or you can converge your eyes. So converging your eyes. It's kind of like you're looking at the tip of your nose. And there it is. I can see it now. It's the craziest thing. It's literally seeing in 3 dimensions. It's as if I can see 2 feet into the page, and then some of the stuff is sticking out. Now, I can't do it on my phone because it's too small, but I can do it on the wall. So if you're doing it on your screen, you should be able to do it. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe this will tell you how to do it over here. The dot matrix. It's a dot matrix pattern to reveal a mandala. It's a tool to induce a meditative state. It's seen in 3D. It helps to induce the theta wave brain state, and helps to meditate. To induce an alpha brain wave. You've seen some dogs and alpacas. It's a perfect marriage of alpha and theta waves, resulting in physical and mental body benefits. Breathing and oxygen, decreases, blood pressure goes down, heart rate slows, alpha brainwave increase, get rid of anxiety and aggression. And here it tells you how to do it right here. Good posture, short distance. Look at it and focus on your eye on the whole mandala. Return to the center of the mandala. So that's over here on this thing. But this one will be hard to do because it's too small. Like see how small the pattern is? Like I'll be able to do it on here. You guys probably wouldn't be able to. Your 100 million visual cells will see innumerable different impressions as you gaze upon the mandala. Information via the optic nerves to the brain. There's an image created by those 100 million bits of information. The image is clearly inside of you in your brain. And you interpret it according to your previous inputs. What we see we are aware of is determined by our ability to be conscious of and aware of our inner environment as well as our outer surroundings. This awareness helps determine our levels of usable intelligence. Yes. That's cool shit. Well, over here, Stan, this thing over here, there is actually something that there's something that everyone will see. I don't know that, like maybe you're just kind of doing that, but there is an image that will come up. There's this overlay so that when you cross your eyes, there is an actual image. And right here, there's a depth of space that's a circle that kind of is like a cave. And then here, there's a bunch of zigzags that go this way. There's zigzags and zigzags over here. And then you can cross your eyes farther and it just makes the depth deeper. So that one, there's some of them that have like multiple things in there, but this one's pretty simple. And I have a few more of these around the house. Like this one would be really hard to see because you see how small the matrix is. Like I can see that with my eyes, but it's because see how you can kind of see the reflection of me there. You won't be able to see through that. It'd have to be like with a light off. Yeah, and these should still work, even if I'm not. There you go. Like you should be able to stare at those black and white lines and start to produce colors. It says practice 3 minutes a day, look at the printed patterns. Consciously scan for colors, telling your mind to see red, green, or any other color you want to. After a minute, you should detect the movement of the squares here. And then you can tell your mind what color you want to see, and you'll start producing it. Like I can see yellow right now. Now it goes from green, no purple. Like you can't see that, but maybe you can. Oh. You know, this is awesome shit. And I'll show you this other one over here. I don't have anywhere to put these quite yet. Show you these guys. So these are the same things, but these are a bunch of different patterns. And they have even smaller ones down here that you can play with. And then there's another one inside of pictures inside of pictures. And then This is a huge one right here. But again, until you can do the bigger ones, I don't know how you guys be able to do this. I could send these to you online, I think. But this is a giant labyrinth right here. So yeah. Guess I'll just leave these here for now. I don't know where those go. Burp Garden building here. Okay. Yeah, those have been around for quite a while. Do you remember the third? It was the original ones were the 3D magic eyes. That's what they called, and they were just like in colors, and they'd be like, yeah, they just did the 3D matrix thing just for fun. But they originated for a different reason, and then they were just like fun little books you could find like Barnes and Nobles. What movie was it? Whenever Mallrats, remember Mallrats? And they're like, the one dude could never see it, and then like two of them walk up and he goes, yeah, it's just this and that. And he's sitting there, he's like, how do you see that? And finally he sees at the end of the movie. I think I might watch that today. Mallrats. Snoochie woochies. Yeah. Well, guys, I don't know. I don't really have. You not seen Mallrats? It's an old movie. It's a comedy with Ben Affleck's in it, and so is that dude. It's like the comic book kids, dudes that are always like, oh, what the hell's the other one? What the hell's the dude's name? He's kind of chubby. He's got a beard. Hangs out with a tall dude. Oh, what the hell's the name of the movie? They did. I think they did 3 of them. I can't even think of the name. If anybody knows the name of the movie I'm talking about, it's the dude from Mallrats. They made a bunch of them. He was in man, back in the 90s they did a bunch of movies. I'm just tripping on the dude's name. H.G. Wells. Not that old. No, it's like a dude that's into comic books and shit. Kevin Smith. There you go, Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith is in Mallrats and these other movies like that. He's in, actually, he's in Dogma. Remember the movie Dogma? Yep. George Carlin's in Dogma. He plays God, right? Doesn't he? Or some sort of priest. Jay and Silent Bob, thank you. Shadeson, thank you. Shadeson. Yep, Jay and Silent Bob. There you go. That was gonna trip me up. They were in a bunch of movies, but Mallrats is good. That might be my night tonight. I think. I think I'm gonna call it a night though, yo. It's like 10:30, and what day is it right now? Where are we? It's Saturday. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get up tomorrow and hopefully I get my delivery and get my bookshelves put together. I got a couple things to do tomorrow anyways. So, it's good to see everybody. And I'll be getting these things for the book bags for the Zen satchels. I'll be ordering this stuff very soon so I can put you guys together these awesome bags of cool stuff. Be like gua sha tools and stones and some oils and some. I got some cool things. But if I don't fall asleep, then maybe I'll get back on here like an hour. So if you guys do not fall asleep and you're bored, check back on here. I might come back on. If not, I'll try to say hello to everyone tomorrow, and maybe I'll have an idea for a show tomorrow. We'll see. We will see. But it's good to talk to everybody. Stay well. Good to see you, Stan. Do good things. Be weird. Inspire the world. All that good stuff. Shadison, Divine, Neil, everybody else. Have a good night. I'm going to go find something to... Alright, Divine. I'm going to go try to find something to watch and enjoy my lighting. Get into the dream world. Perhaps get out of body and come visit one of you. Alright, everybody. Talk soon. Toodles. Eat some noodles.